So there's this popular cult leader in Nigeria. He claims to be the most perfect living being, the master of creation. His name, as popularly known in Nigeria, is Satguru Maharaj Ji. Now, this guy formed a cult in Nigeria known as the One Love Family, and their headquarters is in Oyo State, Western Nigeria. Now, one funny thing is that this so-called guy by the name Guru Maharaj Ji is not even an Indian. He's a Nigerian, a Yoruba man, and he was born with the name Muhammad Ajirobaton Ibrahim, and he was born on December 20th, 1947 in Ghana to Nigerian parents. However, in the 1950s, and in particular in 1954, when he began working with some airways and began traveling between Africa and London, he changed his name from Muhammad Ajirobaton Ibrahim to Satguru Maharaj Ji. Now he refers to himself as the living perfect master, and most times his disciples even go as far as calling him the Black Jesus. Now this is cult or group that he formed has various names by which it goes by. One of them is the One Love Family, the other is One Love Mission, or simply One Love, or One Love Family, or One Family, and the Divine Love Family. And this group was established on the 1st of November 1987. The headquarters is referred to as Satguru Maharaj Ji Village, and it's located along the Ibadan-Lagos Expressway near Ibadan, Oyo State. So this stretch of road is like a very isolated road between Lagos, Ogun State, and the city of Ibadan in Oyo State. So that stretch of road is usually like a heavily forested region, just like how you're traveling around the countryside, and then you have that stretch of lonely ways and all of that, and that's where he's situated. He call it ashram, and he's famous for loving flowers so much. So just to note, like when I was younger, I also love flowers a lot. I love planting flowers around my house, and my mom would ask me, why are you behaving like Guru Maharaj Ji? Are you one of his disciples? Then I didn't really understand. I thought he was an Indian foreigner or whatever. I even used to call his followers Hindus. I never knew it was actually a Nigerian cult, just styled after the Indian religion. Now, funny thing is that his devotees, they feel and they believe that this is commune, this is Satguru Maharaj Ji Village, is the spiritual center of the universe. The spiritual center of the universe. And I even saw a clip, and I saw an inscription somewhere where they wrote, the kingdom of heaven. So he actually sees himself as God, and in fact in one of his videos he said it won't be wrong if you call him God. Now, over the years, Satguru Maharaj Ji has been a source of controversy. For example, in the year 1989, he was arrested following allegations by former members that 200 bodies were buried around the ashram. However, he was released when there was no much claim and evidence pertaining to that allegation. So, and not just that, his disciples are also known to be strict vegetarians. They don't eat fish or meat, just vegetables, and they adorn themselves with the color white and red. I don't really know any theological reasons why they wear white and red, but they are always known to wear white and red clothes. However, there have also been some claims by this so-called Guru Maharaj Ji over the years. For example, in the year 2000, he claimed that a visit by US President Bill Clinton to Nigeria was part of an American plan to open a military base in Nigeria and take control of Africa. And this somehow seems to be right, because in recent years we have seen how the US have had military bases in many countries in Africa and has gradually infiltrated the politics of these countries. So could he be actually a real prophet? Well, I don't know, whatever you believe. Now, also in 2003, he stated that the re-election of Olusegun Obasanjo as president of Nigeria was part of a golden age for which he was responsible. And also during the coronavirus pandemic 2020, this same guy, Satguru Maharaj Ji, came out and said, Nigerians need to move away from religion and the Holy Ghost syndrome and embrace divine knowledge instead to combat the pandemic. Well, pertaining to this, the so-called Guru Maharaj Ji seems to be a man of rationale. And to be honest, in Nigeria, religious fanaticism has ruined a lot. Like, we have the Boko Harams in the northeast, and we have fake pastors in the south, southwest, southeast, middle belt, who extort money from people and all of that. And also Guru Maharaj Ji also came up at some point and also warned Christian leaders to use the money procured through tithes and offering for what the Bible actually teaches, because the Bible teaches that the money that was given to the church, donated, free will and whatever, should be used to take care of the needy, the poor, the orphans, the widows. But then in Nigerian churches, most times these guys use this money as a kind of investment to start up maybe businesses, real estate, some even own private universities and stuff like that. So he was like wanting them to stop being selfish, corrupt and greedy, and instead they should use the money for what the Bible tells them to. So imagine this guy, who most people see him as a cult leader, telling Christian pastors what to actually do. And also one controversial statement he made since some years back, he came up and called Bishop Adeboye his spiritual son. Now many people were confused at what he meant by calling him his spiritual son. Well, I don't really know. Maybe he tutored him in spiritism or what, or maybe he gave him some powers to become the pastor and the head of the church. I don't know, but that's also a controversy. Also, one thing to note, this same guy, Guru Maharaj Ji, is celibate, according to him, at least. He has no wife, he has no children, and I think he's in his late 70s or early 80s. But he said that marriage and sex is just an unnecessary distraction for the destiny of every human. So for him especially, he said he has a greater body to be and a greater role to play, and so marriage was actually unnecessary for him. Clips which I also took, and I also attached them to the end of this video so you can watch and see them for yourself and hear some of these claims from his own very mouth when he said some of those things, like his views on marriage. And also he even said you are free to call him God, because he said he is the Christ of this era, he is the Messiah of this modern era, which kind of leans towards the concept in Buddhism, because in Buddhism there's not just one Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama Buddha. Yes, Siddhartha Gautama Buddha. So Satya Guru Maharaj Ji says that he is the Messiah of this current age. So I don't know who the next Messiah would be. Maybe you, maybe your backyard neighbor. Thanks for watching, and please, if you enjoyed my video, do not forget to like and subscribe. I'm just a small YouTuber. Try and help me to grow my channel. Thank you.
Yes. You see, at least you believe in God.
Actually, that's why I'm here.
Okay. Okay.
Only what I'm saying is that the original name of the Creator, before English, Europe, America were
Germans,
created, is Maharaj Ji.
Maharaj.
So the Englishman is called Maharaj Ji, God.
Okay.
The Saudi will say Allah.
Allah.
Yoruba will say Eledumare. Calabar will say Abasi. The powers are not there. They are just like what? A horse on paper. But if you call Maharaj Ji, Satan will disappear.
It will. Okay. Now, I want to quickly ask you this because I
left behind. Is it still possible that we can reenact all these things and bring it into fruition?
It's a spiritual affair. I've done my own part of it. I've cleared the road. As of today, no power again can shake any black man on earth, particularly the black race, because to move forward in anything in this life is a spiritual affair. And if you take me in my position as the living perfect master, you might call me the God man, even the God itself. And so God cannot be in a place where they are suffering. So today, all the good things that we lost are coming back.